emotion. There's not a person alive that does not experience fear on some level. Don't you believe that for a minute? I face it all the time. Fear is so big and so prevalent today. Nothing produces more failure than does fear. It is the fear of failure that freezes people before they even start. It is the fear of failure that causes you not to want to deal with the rejection and the potential hurt that failure causes. So fear cripples you on so many levels. But how is it that some people somehow manage to get by anyway? What is it that you can do that would help you overcome whatever fear you're facing? Well, here's what I was taught, and this has helped me in my life, my career, my family, my jobs, my ambition, everything. You overcome fear with your dreams. I want y'all to listen to me closely now. You overcome fear with your dreams. Steve, how my dreams gonna make me overcome my fear? Because I want you to listen to me. Because the dream is everything. The Bible says a man without a dream or a vision shall perish. The dream is everything. See, if you have no dreams and visions, you will perish. You will die in fear. You will die sitting somewhere in fear without dreams or visions. Dreams are the counterpoint to all fear. I want you to dream so big. I want you to want something so incredible. I want you to dream of having something that's so spectacular that if it doesn't happen,
Notion has been the centerpiece of my workflow. It's quite literally
be miserable. Man, if I don't make this dream come true, I'm gonna be miserable. I want you to dream so big that not reaching your dreams is unacceptable. You cannot live in this world without the dream and the vision. You can live in this world without your mother, your father, your brother. You can live in this world without a wife, a husband. You can live in this world without a lot of things. But what you cannot live in this world without is dreams and visions. You will perish without those things. You have to dream of something and want something. That's what keeps pushing you forward. So if you want to overcome your fear, you do it with your dreams. And here's the side note. God is in the make your dream come true business. Ain't he? He do it all the time. I'm telling you, man, God does it all the time. He makes people's dreams come true. What are you dreaming about? Explore what you're really dreaming about so you can lose your fear. You're afraid to open your business because if your business fails, you'll lose the money you saved, and you won't open your business because you might lose your job when your boss find out. Dream bigger. Dream of what opening that business could do for you. The feeling of freedom that you would have, the extra money you could make, what you could do for your family, the things you could leave a legacy of. Maybe your dream ain't big enough. Maybe you got the dream of owning a large company, maybe a mom and pop store. Maybe you dream of climbing the corporate ladder. Maybe you're dreaming of becoming the supervisor or the CEO of the company. You got to dream so big that if this dream don't happen, you'll be miserable. Once you can do that, you can press through your fears. You can move forward. You can get on with it. I'm telling y'all, I was taught this. Dream so big that you can't imagine your life without living your dream. Let me teach you something. How many of you have a dog? How many of you have ever had a dog that had a flea on him? That's everybody. You ever seen a flea? One of the smallest insects. Really small. One of the smallest insects. But for his height and size, and flea has the highest vertical leap in nature for an insect. A flea can jump, has a 36-inch vertical. A flea, man, can come 36 inches off the ground. His vertical is 36. The average person can't do that. But a flea can jump 36 inches off the ground. If you capture the flea and you put him in a mayonnaise jar and you put the lid on it, the flea know one thing. I got a 36-inch vertical. So here he go. He start jumping, but he gonna hit himself on that lid because he got that lid on it. But after a while, after getting knocked down so many times, the flea makes an adjustment. So now the flea only jumps just to where he don't get knocked back down. He got 36 vertical, but since this lid is on, his environment got him now jumping nowhere near what he can. Capture some more fleas and put them in there. They got 36 verticals, but then they start jumping. They find out they keep getting knocked down. They start doing what the other fleas is doing. Next thing you know, I got a jar full of fleas in there, ain't even using a 36-inch vertical because they got a lid on the jar. Them fleas have babies. Them babies is born into the conditions of the environment. So now guess what? The flea is born with a 36-inch vertical, but because he see his mama and daddy and all his cousins and friends jumping just barely to the roof, you know what he do? He duplicates that behavior. The flea never reaches his potential until you take the top off of your mayonnaise jar. You're gonna duplicate your surroundings. If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming because it's gonna get stifled by the 2-foot pot. Now check this out, ain't nothing wrong with the seed. The seed just fell prey to the environment. You are a seed from God. God made you in his likeness. He big, he vast. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become. Because ain't nothing wrong with your seed. All of y'all got this wonderful gift that he gave you at birth. All y'all got one, you better believe that now. Don't die with this gift and don't never use it. All of y'all got this wonderful gift, but you gotta use it. Take your seed, take your gift. Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever opened a business. Get away from your family members that ain't ever followed their dream. Get away from your family members ain't never been nowhere but to the family reunion. Ain't never been to a beach. Get away from them. Get away from them. I had to do it. When I told everybody I was getting into comedy, man, oh Lord have mercy. You can't get into comedy. You ain't even funny. How you gonna make money telling jokes? Now in the beginning, it looked like they was right. But I never gave up. All I did was identify this gift. I wrote all of my visions down. I read them every morning and every night. And I instilled them in my head. And every time I met somebody, they say, hey man, what you trying to do? I would tell them one of my visions. Somebody would always say to me, you know, I know a guy that's selling them things right there. You ought to talk to him. I started scratching stuff off my vision board. My vision board is so vast now, if I showed you what was on it, you wouldn't even believe it. Because I dream so big, I want so big, because the God I serve is big. He's not a small God. He's a really, really big God. He does really, really big stuff. And I expect him to do really, really big stuff for me. If he'd have done it for Oprah, if he'd have done it for the Obamas, whoever got, why I can't have this here? I'm gonna do better with it than all of them, to me, but why you can't have that? That's how you get what you want in life now. You don't have to believe me, but here's the deal. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting. If I just told you a different way to go about it, you don't need no money. I just gave you some scriptures you could try and some principles. If somebody who had come from the bottom and got to this position I'm in told me that this is the way I would try it, if I was you, I would try that. I bet you it'll work. There's a difference between your passion and your gift. Your passion is something that you enjoy doing. Like, I'm passionate about golf. It ain't what I do. I suck. It's just not what I do. I'm gifted at words. I'm gifted at that. So before you strike off into script writing, determine your gift. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you must first determine if it is your gift. And don't pursue things that you're passionate about. Pursue the thing that you are gifted at. All of you are gifted. Every last one of you, God gave you a gift at birth, all of you. God never created a soul without giving him a gift. All of you have a gift. Your job is to discover the gift. It's very simple. It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. Anything else you're doing, you're wasting your time. Listen, you ain't no singer. The you singing for? Now, I don't care how good you sound at the church. Church let everybody sing. They let anybody go up there and say, I was walking by myself with the Lord. Man, why is your singing?
Grand Rising family, how y'all doing? How is everybody doing? Grand Rising, cameras on. Grand Rising, how y'all doing? How is everybody doing? Cameras on, cameras on, cameras on. We still letting a lot of people in this room. It's a beautiful thing to see you. Julene, what's going on? Beautiful. How are you, Queen? Put this gallery view on. Let's go. Let's go. Grand Rising family, how y'all doing? Oh, y'all look beautiful this morning. King Bakari, what's going on? I see you. King Arthur, what's going on? Queen Latoya, how you doing? How is y'all doing? King John, I see you. Queen Tracy, how y'all feeling? King Maurice, where you at? King Arthur. Arthur, what's going on? King, you in the building. I see you. Queen Brandy, what's going on? Oh, y'all showed up this morning. I love it. With these cameras on, that's what I'm talking about. And so listen. Oh, we got the video.
Concrete jungle. If you make it here, you can make it anywhere. The hustle, the drive, the motivation. The odds were already stacked against me. See, my dad was murdered right in front of our building. It's unfortunate. It's either you make excuses or you make solutions. Before my mom died, she told me I got the power to transform my life. I just got to shine my light.
Mindset mogul. Mindset mogul.
Mindset mogul.
She told me to shine my light. Now I'm the star of my movie.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. I want y'all to unmute. I'm going to unmute every single person, and I want y'all to make some noise if y'all are blessed to be here today. I want y'all to be so grateful, man. Every day I wake up, I'm like, last night was not my last night. And if you feel me, I want you to say amen in the chat, and I'm going to unmute y'all right now, and I want y'all to make some noise, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yo, let's get it, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's
Cali.
Let's go. Let's
Hey,
Good morning, good morning.
let's go.
This man, hold up.
family. We in the
No
building.
joke.
What we doing?
But I love the energy. Y'all already know high energy means high income. We need to have that attitude of gratitude. When we wake up in the morning, it's another opportunity for us to do something powerful for our family, for our legacy. That's what's here for us. So the morning accountability calls is not about me. It's not about me. You know, I want to bring up the man of the hour. So for the next 60 minutes, you're gonna have my big bro, my mentor, my brother, a coach, somebody who has impacted thousands of people, teaching them how to go from personal development to business development. Because a lot of people, they try to skip steps and go get the money and realize there's things in you that you need to change. There's things in you that you need to sharpen. See, I didn't realize that I need to become a better communicator until I made my first 6 figures. Then I realized, like, damn, I got to be able to communicate better. I got to be able to think bigger. I got to be more patient. I got to have more emotional stability. I have to understand, in order to get my money right, I got to get my mind right. So who I want to bring up here today is the Mindset Mogul Coach Crew, who is our personal development instructor in the Mailbox Millionaires Academy, who has built the #1 personal development to business development app, the Luhv Plus app. Matter of fact, if you've ever had transformation from Coach Crew and anything he's been able to provide, I want you to put love in the chat. In love, we spell it LUHV. I want you to put love in the chat if you've ever been impacted by Coach Crew, the Mindset Mogul. I had the pleasure of having a mentor from the day I was born. I was really, really blessed for us to have this family, be able to support each other. But I've been able to get game from Coach Crew for a very, very long time. I seen him lose over 50 pounds. I watched it with my own 2 eyes. I'm like, bro, what's going on with you? Like, yo, man, there's something happening to me. I seen him go through this process. I seen him invest in himself and go and transform his mind, transform his life. And everybody said he was crazy. Everybody in my family like, yo, I don't know what Crew talking about. I got to get to the money. But he was hitting on something so powerful. He was letting us know, listen, it's all about being the best version of yourself. That's all it is. We want to go get to the money. We want to build that business, but it's about how do you show up as a person to get everything that you want in your life. And that is what he's going to be able to show us and implement and give us the blueprint to do so today. So without further ado, I'm going to unmute y'all one more time because I want y'all to give this brother a standing ovation. I want y'all to shake the Zoom. I want y'all to shake the room. I really want y'all to give him that energy because anytime you get the Mogul brothers up here, we're going to give you everything we got. We don't care what time it is. We don't care if it's midnight. We don't care if it's 5 in the morning. We don't care if it's 2 in the afternoon. Every time you get us up here, we're going to give you everything you got, everything we got, because the way you do one thing is the way you do anything. So I want y'all to follow the same blueprint, y'all. So the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So I'm going to unmute my brother, Coach Crew, and I want y'all to shake the Zoom, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go, Coach.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yes, all right, let's go.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Yes, let's go. Ready, we ready.
Let's go, Crew. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
The cameras.
Let's get it. Time up.
Shout out to bro. Shout out. Shout out.
Good times.
Let's go. Y'all already know what time it is. Look. I'm gonna just be honest. And that's the only thing I can do is be honest. Everybody drop honesty in the chat. Drop honesty in the chat. First of all, I appreciate everybody for showing up and making noise for me, but I want you to make noise and show up for you, right? So make sure we got our cameras on. Make sure that we're prepared to take our live to the next level. Thank you, Ramel. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate you too. Shout out to the whole team. I want you to start celebrating yourself. I want you to start really think about it. You get up here and you celebrate everybody. You do everything. You put everybody first. But when it's time for you to start celebrating you, birthday, maybe like a promotion or something. But how often do you celebrate you? Everybody put in the chat, I'm celebrating me. I am celebrating me. And like I said, if I say something and that hits you right here in your heart and it make you say, I want you to drop them in the chat. Drop them M's in the chat, right? So the thing is this. Success is something you attract by the person you become. It is not about the dollar amount that you have. It is not about the position that you have. It's not about any of that. If you want to become a boss, what must you do? Does anybody know what boss stand for? Because everybody want to be a boss, right? Everybody want to be somebody. Like, you are somebody. The ancestors chose you already. You are somebody. You are somebody. Tell me what a boss stands for. Somebody tell me what a boss stands for. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Somebody tell me what a boss stands for. Right? So boss stands for building opportunities, serving society. Building opportunities, serving society. Right? When we talk about building opportunities, serving society, this is what we truly mean. Who is the first person that you have to build an opportunity for? Who's the first person you got to build an opportunity for? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Who's the first person you have to build an opportunity for? Right. Yourself. You got to do it for who? You. You got to do it for you. You got to do it for you. So I'm going to share my screen a little bit. I'm going to give y'all just a little background on me. I'm not going to go too in depth because we only got 2 days, right? We only got 2 days. But I'm going to go a little bit in so y'all can see something in you from myself, right? The thing about this was the more I got to know myself, the more I got to know other people. So when I started to transform myself, I started to transform other people around me. And I know some of us, we may feel like, oh man, I'm the only one in my family. In fact, I don't want to like assume these things. Let me just know, are you the best of the best in your family? If you're the best of the best in your family, put I'm the best in the chat. Because if you're the best of the best, then you can relate to me. Where you might be telling somebody, hey, look, I got this idea, I got that idea, I got this going on. This has helped me out. But they're looking at you like, what? Like, nah. Like they're not even supporting you. You out there on Instagram, you out on social media. You start to realize that people who are not in your family support you more than people who are in your family. Do I need to sip some tea on this one? Do I need to sip some tea on this? Like, are you the best of the best in your family? And this is the biggest thing. So shout out to Cynthia, shout out to Tracy. Shout out to a lot of people here. I'm going to shout y'all out real fast. Shout out to Jacqueline. What's up, Jacqueline? Equan. What's up, King? Otha. How we doing? What's up? How we feeling? Brandy, I see you, Brandy ready. What's up, Queen? I see you, Queen. How we feeling? King Arthur, come to the screen. We want to see your face. Bakari, shout out to Bakari Banks. My guys, Apaline, Jamel. Shout out to Moya. Look, I want to shout people out because celebration is important. It's family legacy, y'all. We want to celebrate each other. As much as we came here to get the game, we came here to get the fame too, amongst ourselves, right? We want to make sure that we show it. We want to make sure that we glow up, so we got to acknowledge each other. But the main point, you got to acknowledge yourself. That's why you show up with your camera on. That's why you show up ready to go. You're not distracted. You're not doing a bunch of different things. You're here to get the game right here, right now. Shout out to Nia. Nia's been tapped in with us for multiple challenges. Right? I got Marion. What's up, Marion? How we feeling, kid? We got Dwayne. We got Corey. So look, maybe some of y'all could find a little bit of yourself within my story. Right? So I want to share my screen a little bit. How I like to look at it is this. I like to look at it as you are the star of your movie. And look, we got this time for like an hour or so, y'all. So let me share this screen. We got an hour or so. So I want to build. And I really want this to be interactive. This is not just about me. This is about we. This is about we. As much as I want you to celebrate yourself, I am celebrating you also. This is about us, right? This is about you. You are the star of your movie. And guess what? Everybody else in this room is a star of their movie. And when we come together, what happens, y'all? What happens? We co-star. So when we look up at the end of the night, we got a galaxy of superstars, and that makes for a good night. If you want a good night, somebody say good in the chat. Somebody put good in the chat. Like, you want to have good days, you want to have good nights, you just want to be good, put good in the chat. I want to let you know something, because you are the star of your movie. See, now, the key thing is you got to become more effective in less time. As y'all can tell by that intro video, I lost both of my parents growing up. I went to 7 different schools in 9 years. I was blessed to have 2 dads. Unfortunately, I just lost my second dad this year. These are obstacles that I've been going through my entire life. Some of y'all probably seen the video I put out. I lost a family member or multiple family members every single year for 20 years straight, for the last 20 years straight. I used to do graphics for Netflix and Roku. And I mean, I used to be hyped doing this because I get to see my art in grand form. My art is all across the world. But then I realized my art doesn't even belong to me. What are you doing right now? What type of dreams do you have right now? What type of work do you have right now? What type of thoughts do you have right now? But your thoughts don't even belong to you. Whose life are you living? Are you living your life or are you living somebody else's? Whose shadow are you in? Are you shining your light or you find yourself surrounded in darkness? I was doing graphics for Netflix and Roku, and I realized none of that work belonged to me. I'm Netflix and chilling with somebody. I'm showing them my work, and it's like, it's not about me. Like, I don't even own any of this thing. So I started to think about ownership. So I got into real estate with my brothers. We acquired our very first deal. It was a brownstone. We made 6 figures on our very first deal. We sold the property for $1.2 million. And this was the first taste of financial prosperity. Not financial freedom, because financial freedom can be free of finances. Financial prosperity, where we start to see things shaking and moving and happen. But during this time, another challenge hit me. I lost over 55 pounds in 41 days. I mean, I was super skinny. You can see my ribs. I lift my shirt up, you can see my ribs. During this time, I wasn't letting that get to me. I started creating Airbnbs with the property. So one of my brothers, Jamel, Mr. Brooklyn Business, you're going to learn about him tonight. But he helped me establish business credit. I was like, bro, we need to get a new spot. We need to do this. He's like, yo, don't worry, I got the play. I got business credit. If y'all familiar with business credit, drop business credit in the chat. So he went and got a business credit, and he said, yo, let's go get this apartment. We had got this apartment. I said, yo, how about if we ran Airbnb? He said, I'm cool with it. We did that. We ran Airbnb. I'm talking about, this is the first taste of making $2,000 in a couple days. Like, this is when I really start to realize you can become more effective in less time. So what happened is the job, they said, look, you've been away for a month, but we need you to come and work. Look, meanwhile, y'all, I already lost 55 pounds. Y'all seen me shrink down in 41 days. If you've seen somebody lose 55 pounds, nearly a third of who they are, right? How would you think? Would you be like, yo, force them to come to work? But that's what they did. That's when I realized I needed ownership. Everybody drop ownership in the chat, right? I needed to own my time. I needed to own my responsibilities. What do you need to own up to today? So what I started to do is I said, let me own up to the fact that I got to get more of my time. So I said, let me take my vacation days. Instead of quitting right away, let me just take my vacation days. I took every Monday and Friday off. What did I do? By taking Monday and Friday off, what did I do? Let me know in the chat. I'm not telling you to go out and do this. I'm showing you what I did to get to where I am. And I said, okay, cool. I'm going to work 3 days a week and get paid for 5. Work 3 days a week and get paid for 5. Right? So I had to become more effective in less time. That's when I realized I had a 4-day weekend, and I had a 3-day work week. I was living a life. Right? I started teaching classes with my other brother, Ramel, the young mogul, and we started teaching business funding, business credit, showing people how to flip, buy and hold. Right. And from there, we developed the whole Mailbox Millionaires Academy, but that's a whole nother thing. Right. The point that I'm making to show you is that you will be challenged with obstacles. You will have things that you are facing, but you have to overcome your obstacles. You have to see your obstacles as opportunities. Everybody drop in the chat right now. Obstacles are my opportunities. I used to do, as I mentioned, graphics for Netflix and Roku, but I also was a videographer, editor. Right, you see me with the camera right here. See me in one of my Airbnbs right here, right? So this was one of the testimonials. I like to show receipts, right? Because I just don't want to come up here and talk. Some of y'all like, who is this person? How is he qualified to tell me what to do or instruct me on anything? So I started to realize not only do I need to become more effective in less time, I need to get paid off of who I am. I need to get paid to be me. If you want to get paid to be you, somebody say, I'm getting paid to be me. Like, you got to manifest it. You got to speak it into existence first. But here's some testimonials just showing you that this didn't even feel like work, y'all. This didn't feel like work. I was already a clean person. I was already a great communicator. I was already in a great location. I already knew I had value, but look at the stats on the board. Look at the stats on the board. So what I started to do is I started to realize, wait a minute, everybody wants what I have. What did I have? I had a way to get out of my old situation. Do you want a way to get out of your old situation or your current situation? Do you want a way to get out your situation? If you want a way out, somebody say, put me in the game, coach. So Ramel alluded to the fact that I created this app, personal to business development, helping you transform your lives, taking your life to the next level. And we got pretty much looked at by a lot of people. They were like, yo, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. Because we're in New York City, so we tapped in with a lot of people. So just shaking and moving. And LA Weekly wanted to do a story. So somebody called me. I was like, can we do an interview on you? We like what you got going with the app and do X, Y, and Z. So we started doing those things. And before you know it, it started spreading like wildfire. This is where the whole term of Mindset Mogul came in. Like, I didn't call myself Mindset Mogul. They came up with it because we was already running with the Mogul lifestyle brand, right? So I love showing these testimonials because I'm not asking anybody to write this. And the craziest thing is I get men that say this to me. They go, yo, man, as a man, yo, I'm gonna be real, yo, you get me vulnerable, make me cry, yo, I don't know. Ain't no other man did that. And I'll be like, what? Like, my mom like, yo, but that's why we need this. That's why we need accountability. See, we're one of the top companies to empower women for a reason, right? There's a whole thing about women don't take accountability, but not the women in my community. Women in my community take accountability. If you're a woman and you take accountability, say I'm taking accountability in the chat, because I ain't gonna front. They are a little, they make a little sense right there where they be like, some women don't take accountability, but you're gonna take it today. You're gonna get it today, all right? So as you can tell, like, this is my blood brother. This is not the old cliche. It's my bro. Nah, this is my blood brother. We do this for real because we want to create a world full of love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. So you can see my other brother right there, Mr. Brooklyn Business. This is a family affair. I've always been dripped out. But the one thing about Ramel, he's always been taking the game. Look at him. He ain't even taking no breaks. He eating eating a hot dog. He like, yo, listen, what you gotta say? Like, yo, bro, this is how we gonna take over in the future. We gotta put on a show. You're the star of your movie. He like, all right, I got you. And to this day, we stand firm as people who created a way in a world for other people to see themselves higher, right? It's not about working hard. It's about working higher. Everybody put higher in the chat. So what are you gonna do? Are you going to think higher? How are you going to think higher to get to your next level? I want everybody to make a commitment and agreement going forward. If you're ready for transformation, if you want these next 2 days in this family legacy boot camp to be the best 2 days of your life, I need you to create solutions instead of excuses. I promise you, before success, disruption comes. You will be disrupted. You will be distracted. In fact, some of you probably getting distracted already. In fact, last night, somebody probably tried to get you off the Zoom already. In fact, you probably had trouble trying to log into the Zoom. Did you give up? I don't want you to give up. If I got to start clapping like a girl from Brooklyn, I told you already, y'all know it's on. You got to become who you need to be in order to get what you want. But the reality of it is, you got to be honest with yourself. You are spending major time on minor things. You got to become more effective in less time. That's the primary focus. Now, how do we become more effective in less time? We got to use the primary pathway, which is our strategic partnerships. Before we leave here today, I need you to have at least 2 accountability partners. Before you leave here today, I need you to have at least 2 accountability partners. Because guess what? Guess what? Everything that you've been going through, it may have been a setback in your mind. It may have been something that made you take 2 steps back. But guess what? It was really for you to take 2 steps forward. It was really for you to take another step up. It was really for you to see everything that you've been going through, these challenges, as chances to show your greatness. If you're ready to show your greatness, put "I'm ready" in the chat. If you're ready to show your greatness, put "I'm ready" in the chat. See, look, the primary result of creating strategic partnerships is multiple streams of income, multiple streams of impact. You cannot have income without creating impact. You cannot work for one person and then think that that income for one person, you go home and you split that up with 4 or 5 people thinking that that's going to be the way to get rich. You cannot think that you're going to have time to get rich slow. You cannot think that you're going to have time. In fact, you already see you don't have time. The greatest thing and the greatest gift I received in my family passing away before their time is the fact that it realized and let me know that I don't have time for myself. I don't have time. Everybody say, you got to make time for yourself. You got to do this. No, you don't have time. What you got to make time with is what you have. You gotta see what you got already and do the best with what you have already. You don't have time to wait. You don't have time to slow down. You don't have time to take a break. It ain't about any of that. It's about getting your life in order. Before you can get your mind right, before you can get your money right, you gotta get your mind right, right? But before you get your mind right, you gotta be honest about where you're at. And I had to be honest, y'all. I said, look, I was good. Everybody asked me, how you feeling? I was good. I was good. I was good. But when is good no longer good enough? When is good no longer good enough? See, some of y'all are so busy being good and you forgot about your greatness. I'll just wait. I'll wait right here. Let me know when y'all ready to be great. Some of you have been busy being good and you've forgotten about your greatness. But guess what? That was yesterday. Today's a new day. Guess what? Those things that you've done in the past, that was yesterday. That was in the past. Today's a new day. Today is a new day. Oh yeah. Today we going up. Today we going up. Today is the best day for the rest of the days of my life. Understand that. This goes for you. This goes for you, right? This goes for you. Please understand, you are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. You are everything that you've already said you wanted to be. You got to get out there and show it. You got to become the person that earns the right to have the experience so that way you can get the life you truly want. Today is a new day. If you weren't consistent yesterday, guess what? That was yesterday. Today is a new day. Every day is a new day for a new way. Every day is a new day for a great day. If y'all follow me, say I follow in the chat. Don't worry, y'all gonna have time to network and build. That's what we do. That's why we put together this program. All right? We gonna have you connect with your family. We're gonna have you connect with your family. But I want y'all to be honest. You gotta give yourself permission. Today's theme is about giving yourself permission. Today's theme is about giving yourself permission. What's today's theme? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Right? How many of you, let me see. Let me look around here and see. Right? Let me look around here and see real fast. Okay, I see a bunch of y'all. I see. Okay, we got our cameras on. All right. I want to ask y'all a question. What are you waiting for? Right? I used to sit around and wait for my buddy to go play basketball, work on my game. And if he didn't show up sometimes, I was like, I don't want to show up. How many of you are waiting around for somebody to pick you? How many of you are waiting around for something beautiful to happen? How many of you are waiting for these things to happen? Wait stands for what am I thinking? So why are you waiting around thinking about what's going to happen when you can just be the one creating what's happening? So first of all, I need y'all to be in the mindset like you got to forgive yourself. What are you forgiving yourself for? I forgive myself for thinking I had time. I forgive myself for thinking that I could play small and big moments. I forgive myself. I had to forgive myself, y'all, for talking harsh. I had to forgive myself for being mean to others. I had to forgive myself for all the things that I had to learn to survive. Walking in Brooklyn, you had to have the mean mugs on the face. Like, nah, I ain't saying that. Don't be looking at me for more than 5 seconds or it's on. This was the mindset that we came from. I didn't know that we were in what we would call poverty. The way my grandparents showed up for my family, the way our dad came through was like, the thing was, we didn't know that we were in poverty. See, because you're not going to know what you're in because you can't see out of it. So you might not see that you're in a predicament that is not beneficial to what you're going through, for where you're going to be. It's not beneficial to your long-term success, but I'm telling you right now, you need what we would call mentors, partners, community, so that way people can see on the outside to be able to help you get out your own way. Get out your own way. So I'm gonna need you to have permission, to give yourself permission to breathe and realize everything is gonna be all right. I need you to give yourself permission to participate, because guess what? Everything that you do, you need to be the most valuable participant. I'm gonna talk about 4 levels of business, right? Like, I need you to give yourself permission to create your life. Let me share my screen real quick. I'm going to start to call up some hands, but I'm just going to have a little participation. Tomorrow's going to be more participation. Today, I just want to get y'all revved up and get y'all excited for what you could use your mind for when class comes. I want everybody to take these notes and be ready, right? But there's 4 levels of business. The highest level of business is the creation level. This is what we call the imagination. This is what we call the imagination. How many of us are using our imagination? I know a lot of y'all use your imagination. When you think that significant other's cheating on you, all that stuff, y'all use all imagination. When you think somebody's hating you, use all imagination. When it's time to go out and party, it's about being creative, you use all imagination. But when it comes to you becoming the best version of yourself, what do we usually say? Let me know in the chat. Be real, be real. When it becomes for us to do the thing, when it's time for us to do the thing, what are we saying to ourselves? Oh, I can't. Oh, it won't. Right? We look for more ways to say we can't than we look for ways to say I can. If that's you, put me in the chat. We're going to get honest, right? We're going to be honest. There's 4 levels of business. You're probably at, depending on which level that you're at, will dictate what you have. You are who you are, so you have what you have. If you want something different, you got to become somebody different. But first, I want you to realize the 4 levels of business. See, when we talk about that creation level, when we talk about that imagination level, that person has the most impact, the most income. They spend only 20% of their time working and 80% of their time enjoying their lives. See, now, the lowest level of value, the lowest level of business is the implementation level. Here's how you can start to realize which level you're at. Are you using mostly your muscles? Are you trading your time for money? Do you spend 80% of your time working and only 20% of your time enjoying the life? Do you have a week vacation and have to get back to work? Do you have to ask for permission from your employer to take a day off to go see about your child's performance, or take a child to the doctor, or any type of thing to dealing with somebody else? If you feel overworked and underpaid, that's the implementation level. Implementation level is a stepping stone. But if you stay stoned, you get stepped on. Wait. What is he saying? Your job, the 9 to 5, you working to 40 is a stepping stone. But what happens when you stay stoned? What's stoned? Hey, anybody ever smoke? You ever hit the blunt? And you feel like, damn, I'm stuck, man. I can't move right now. I ain't gonna, don't be front. We family here. Like, don't front now. Hey, have you ever hit the J and you got stoned? You stay stuck, right? You can't move. You can't do too much. If you stay on your stepping stone, if you stay stoned, you get stepped on. So you cannot complain about the results you got from the work that you didn't do. If you're not willing to move to the next level, if you're not willing to have accountability, which is discipline and consistency, then guess what? Don't complain about the results you got. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, to move from implementation level to the imagination level, put I'm ready in the chat. Somebody put I'm ready in the chat. So I want to know, I want to go into sharing the time with everybody else. I don't want to just keep talking at you. I feel weird when I'm just up here talking, but usually I do that in the beginning because the people who don't know me, they got to get to know me a little bit, right? So what I want to do at this time is I want your participation. Remember, we said it's going to take 2 Ps, right? Anybody remember the 2 Ps? You want to get to the championships? Let me see. Can y'all see the trophy? Y'all want to get to the championship? Y'all seen this yesterday. When y'all get to the championships, here's how you're going to win a championship. Right. There we go, Brandy. What else? 2 Ps. What's the 2 Ps? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. See, look, some of y'all so consumed about connecting with each other so right away that you're going to miss the game that you need for the connection piece. Focus on here right now, here right now. Focus on here right now, here right now, because when you are acting in the present, you get gifted with things. That's why we call it the present. Who wants some gifts? Let me know who wants some gifts in the chat. All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to raise your virtual hand, 30 seconds or less, and I want you to let everybody know, and most importantly, let yourself know, what are you going to give yourself permission for? Right? Participation and partnerships is the 2 things that we need. So right now, we're going to need everybody's full participation. What I want you to do is I want you to pull your camera up, because if you don't put your camera on, you can't bring you up to the top. Now, when you do come up here, 30 seconds or less, right? So 30 seconds or less, and I want you to go directly into it. Don't give me any fluff. Don't give me any background. Just go straight into it, right? And look, if you get emotional on this, this is okay. This is a safe space. This is tough love, but it's also gonna give you some warm love too, right? So just understand that you're in a good space. You're around family, right? That's not going to judge you. That's going to love you and really hold the space for you to feel these 5 things. Before I go, I just want everybody to understand this. If you have any one of these 5 things that I'm getting ready to mention missing or broken or damaged in any way, your relationships with that individual will be broken. Every single person wants to feel loved, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen. We have to understand this. See, because guess what? You have to have this within yourself first. The issue is that we argue with each other because we're trying to make other people validate what we feel. And in reality, it's not for anybody else to validate what we feel. It's for us to validate what we feel. I'm beautiful because I said it, damn it. I'm beautiful. You are amazing because you said it. You're amazing. That's it. Go out and be amazing. All right. So I'm going to have my queen Sunshine come up here and help me facilitate the deals. And we're going to have people come up and share 30 seconds or less. Just remember that you are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. You are everything you ever said you wanted to be. Sunshine, who we got up first, queen?
We got that one and only, that King Opta. Come talk to us, King.
Look, everybody drop some love in the chat, man. What's up? What's up, King?
What's popping, King? You know what I'm saying? You know I'm in here like somewhere on a Sunday, not a Monday, you dig? But listen, right? I give myself permission to be successful, to continuously to follow my dreams since I've been a kid since 9 years old. I continuously to give myself permission to be great, irregardless of what anybody think about my situation. Even if I'm at 0, I'm still a billionaire in the mind. Hello. I give myself permission to keep loving God regardless of how people see that as well. You heard? I give myself permission to keep styling on my family and let them see me connect with these strangers and get rich. And they're gonna be like, yo, what doing? Yo, put me on. Nah, but I got you. We're gonna set up a family legacy meeting though. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? That's what I give myself permission to do. Honestly.
Look, I'm loving that. Look, first of all, the fact that you came up here, one of the first ones to raise your hand, you speaking the game, you're giving it energy, you're giving out the fire, you got mailbox energy already. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me gauge the room real quick. Let me see real fast, because you about to make me turn it up now. You about to make me get in my bag, all right? So listen up here. If my man O was giving out game, he giving that mailbox energy, drop that mailbox emojis in the chat. Because look, this is family. When your family come up here and talk, you got to big your family up. You got to support them. You got to let them know that they got it, what it takes to be the best. They got it, right? O has it already. Oh, I want to let you know this, King.
Yeah, appreciate it. I know that, though.
Nothing is going to stop you.
Nothing. Because I don't stop.
Unstoppable.
Hello.
You are unbreakable.
Yeah.
You are the right. Let me tell you something. You are in the right space. You are in the right zone. Because why? The ancestors chose you. So somebody say the ancestors chose me.
Ancestors chose on forever. That's why
I love it.
Forever.
100%. 100%.
Now,
this is what we're gonna do for you. You
What's
got
up?
Cash App, right?
Yeah.
All right, Danielle, get his Cash App, and then we're gonna send you some Cash App on us because first of all, we love the fact that you was moving with speed and you was being vulnerable and you participated. So 100%. Everybody drop some love for King O in the chat.
I appreciate it. I got one more thing to say though. I'm gonna tell you how I even joined this, bro. I didn't even have $31 to get in here, bro. I asked my family. Guess who got me in this class, bro? God is good, first of all. Ramel. I used the $100 he gave me and bought the ebook, got the class, and I've been here now. Literally changing my life. From business credit and everything I already had established, though, you feel me, that I'm getting all the way together and bring it back. You know what I'm saying? You know, you try to help people out. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's cool. We live and we learn. But the thing is, I am changing my life over $31, bro. I literally just spent the rest of the $100 Friday on a pizza. Like, growing things and no job.
Let's go.
Yeah.
100%, 100%. Everybody drop some love in the chat for King. Oh, Sunshine, who we got up next? That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about. That's the way we want to move. That's the energy. Who we have up next?
King is extra dope. We got the queen. Is it Lataya or Lataya? Come talk to us, queen. Is it Lataya?
Oh, good morning. It's Lataya. Good morning, everyone. I give myself permission to put me first. No children, no husband. I'm doing this for them, but I have to be the one to get it started.
I want to be real fast. If I could be real, everybody put be real in the chat, because that was the realest answer that I got in a long time with this, because a lot of people go, yeah, I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for I get all of that. Totally get it. But the truth is, you got to do it for you, because if you don't do it for you, your kids are sitting down looking at you and being like, what did you do? What did you do? Are you telling me to do all this stuff, but what did you do? And then the parents say what? What's the infamous line that parents say? You know, Lataya, let me know if you know.
Well, I can't say that I know, because I'm a hardworking mom with 3 jobs. I'm working 2 right now while I speak to you. So my children are used to me getting to the bag. I just want to be able to leave something for them, you know? So
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
see my hard work. They see it, and sometimes they tell me to slow down. There's no slowing down.
Right. So I want everybody to get present to this, right? Because parents usually say that. They go, do as I say, not as I do, right? And that's a terrible example. We want to make sure that we lead by example. We are the leaders of the new school, leaders of the new generation. We're the face of the new world. So please understand that whatever you do, everything you do matters. Put that in the chat. Everything I do matters. So shout out to Lataya. Thank you, Queen, for really just getting up here and being honest and transparent. We absolutely love that. So this is what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to drop some love for Lataya in the chat, and we're gonna bring up the next person. We're gonna keep it going, because we want to make sure that you're giving yourself permission to do exactly what you want to do to become who you need to be. So let's go.
Queen Jacqueline, come talk to us, Queen.
Hello, hey everyone. I just want to let everybody know I give myself permission also to be about myself. I always do stuff for other people and put myself on the back burner. It's time out for that. And not only that, to actually do the things that I say I'm going to do. I will start stuff and not finish. And I am doing better with that. I thank God that I'm working on that. And also to make sure that the things that God have given me in a vision, because for a long time I'll be like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that, but I see it, but I keep saying that negative self-talk, right? So now I see myself now stop doing that and start doing positive talk to myself. I can do it and I will do it. So that's what I've been doing to move forward, to make sure. That's why I got on this, even though I have been in some of the other challenges. I got on this and I paid more than $31 for the other stuff, but I still got on this because I said, you know what? I know that I can do a family legacy with my family. I've been wanting to do it. And so I'm not going to keep prolonging the time because I am long-winded, but I give myself permission to win. I give myself permission to do the things that I see that I can do. I'm out, y'all. God bless.
If y'all feeling what she's saying, put the in the chat, because Jacqueline going off right now. She told y'all, look, she said, I'm removing the negative self-talk. I'm stepping into my power. And guess what? There's nothing that anybody can do about it. Everybody send some love in the chat. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. 100%.
Queen
Who we got up next?
Queen Deja, come talk to us, Queen. Hit on mute.
Hey everybody, I'm serving on jury duty, so I gotta be kind of quiet. But I'm here for me. I don't have any kids, but I've seen my grandparents who are still working and they're 80 years old and they don't know how they would ever retire. I see my mom doing the same thing, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my future kids if I ever have any, and for my nieces and nephews. So for me, it's really about changing our whole perspective on how we handle money and having a good, healthy relationship with money versus using it as a barrier that I can't do something because I lack the money. So for me, I just want to set up my future nieces and nephews and myself up But all of this is really for me. I don't want to be like my grandparents or my parents. That's it.
Like, no, I feel what you're saying because you're talking about cycles, right? Like, think about it this way, y'all. Like, if you change what you say, you change what you see. The language is so powerful. If you change what you say, you start to change what you see. But I want everybody to drop cycle in the chat. Here's why I want you to drop cycle in the chat. The reason, not psycho, y'all, cycle. So somebody was quick to the trigger, like, you must have been talking about somebody. Like, look, no, cycle. All right, so the thing is this, y'all. Your current circumstances are based on the circle that you're standing in. Do I gotta say that again? Your current circumstance is based on the circle that you're standing in. You have to change your circle. You have to change. You cannot be like mama. You can't be like daddy. You cannot be like the people of the past. You got to be the seed for the garden of the future. You got to be the seed for the garden of... Y'all want me to preach today? Today ain't Sunday, but it is Monday. Y'all want me to preach today? Look, you got to be the seed for the garden of your future. That's why I asked you, what are you giving yourself permission for, Queen? I'm loving the fact that you're coming up here and you're really giving out great energy. That's number one, right? Your energy is what starts to change. Now, when you start to change the energy, you start to change the environment, because the environment is based upon your emotions. That's what the environment is, based upon your emotions. Whether you believe in the environment or disbelieve in the environment, but that is attached to your emotion. So I want everybody to send Deja some love in the chat, because she says she's not going to be like the people of the past. She says she's trailblazing, and she is going to be the person that leads everybody to that garden of that future. 100%, Queen, 100%.
Thank you.
Let's go. What we got coming up next?
King Art, come talk to us, King.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Rising,
hey,
King.
look, let me just say this to you, man. I give myself permission to walk in favor. Man, let me tell you something to y'all, man. In the Bible, right, Joseph was attacked by all his brothers. He was attacked by all his brothers. Because of why? Because of his favor over his life. Let me tell you, man, when God got a plan for your life, you're going to be attacked. You're going to be put down. They're going to try to crucify you. They're going to try to come up against you. They're going to try to put you down. They're going to try to do everything they can to take that favor away from you. But what God got for you, man, look, it was famine on the earth. He used them. Let me just be quick, man. Joseph was, he allowed himself to be used, man. He allowed himself to be great. He allowed himself to walk in that favor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just disassociate yourself. You gotta allow whatever is going on in the world. You gotta just walk through it. You gotta go through the valley. You gotta put yourself through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just stand up. You know, because man, it's you're not gonna understand it, man. I gotta be quick. You're not gonna understand it. People around you not gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna even understand it. But you gotta give yourself permission. Like the words say, you gotta give yourself permission to be great, because you're gonna change so many lives that you're not even gonna see. You're not even gonna understand that so many people gonna be impacted by what you got coming, what you got to give, what you got to deliver. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta give yourself permission, because it's greater than you. The thing, man, it's greater than you, man. I promise you. Just give yourself permission to be great. That's my word for y'all. Hope y'all receive that. I know I have to be quick, man. It's a whole sermon on it. I promise you, it's a whole word. But man, I hope y'all receive what God just pressed upon my heart, man. Thank you.
Bro, that's just the anointings. Everybody give some love to King Art, because it is reality. We're tapped into one consciousness. Right? We're tapped into one consciousness. This is why we have language, right? This is universal consciousness. The thing is, how are you going to use it to work for you? The mind is the greatest tool in the world. The most powerful tool is a made-up mind. Are you going to make up your mind and you're going to say, okay, I am no longer going to make excuses. I am no longer going to be held back from the trauma of my past. I am no longer going to be made small. I am no longer going to be sitting down for mediocrity. I'm no longer going to meddle in mediocrity. I'm no longer going to settle for anything less than what I say that I want to be. I am going to manifest everything that I want to manifest through the power of language and action. See, are you going to be an action talker or action taker? Let me know in the chat. Because I know some of y'all like, yeah, they're giving us the game to the year, man. Yeah, but what are you going to do about it? I know we talk about this, don't be information junkies. I know it's like new information, so it seems like you got better, but if you get the information and you don't do anything with it, you become worse off. We got to make up our mind. Everybody drop Mindset Mogul in the chat. Drop Mindset Mogul in the chat. I want to see y'all drop Mindset Mogul in the chat before I move further. I need everybody to know who I am today. If you didn't know me before, you got to know me today. I am you. I am your representation. I'm going to help get you to see yourself as great if you don't already see that. I'm going to help you take yourself as great and show you how you can get paid to be yourself. Wait, what does that mean? To get paid to be me? How would that feel? How would it feel to get paid to be you? Let me know in the chat. How would it feel? Like if you didn't have to pretend and go to work. How would it feel like on Sunday night when it gets dark, you don't have to get Sunday scaries and get nervous because the next day is Monday and you got to go to work? How would it feel to not be overworked and underpaid? How would it feel for you to be able to move like a boss? How does it feel for you to be able to transform your family's lives? How would it feel for you to transform your life? How would it feel? You got to start thinking about how would it feel. I want to bring somebody up here with some emotion. A lot of y'all got some great energy, but I want to tap into somebody who's feeling like, damn, like, I want to give myself permission because for all of these years, I haven't been able to give my permission. I want to see somebody who's crying. I want to see somebody who really, I really want to touch somebody's heart who feel like they want to share something, because to see all of the energy is great. But what about the people who are feeling like this is the only option or this is the last shot? What about the individuals who say, damn, nobody ever believed in me. Everybody counted me out. I want to talk to them. Why? Because that used to be me. Everybody used to be like, oh, he's just a weirdo. Why? Because I was about not being in the hood and having a hood mindset. Why? Because I was the individual saying, look, we got to do better for ourselves. We got to want more. We got to think outside the box. You got to live in a life where you get to create it. What? God is the creator. You don't, I don't create nothing. Okay, I understand that. I'm not defeating what you say. God is the creator of this world, but who's the creator of your world? You think God is sitting around in everybody's mind going, okay, yeah, so I'm going to make you deal with cancer. Yeah, I'm going to have you go over here and get shot today. I'm going to have you do it. No, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. What's happening is God gave you free will. God gave you free will to choose to decide to say, yes, I'm cutting off the people who are disrupting me. I'm cutting off the people who are not in alignment with my assignment. I'm cutting off the people who keep trying to bring me down. I'm cutting off the people who don't serve me. And you know what? I'm getting next to the people who can take me to the next level. I'm getting into the family legacy boot camp. Why? Because I want to change my life and my family's life forever. I want to really put my last name on the whole legacy. I want to put my last name on my legacy and say, look, I'm doing this for the family. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for generations to come. I want to hear from the person who got it up from the mud. I want to hear from the person who feels like this right here is an emotional moment. Sunshine, I need you to help pull that person up. I want to speak to that person. Why is this important? I want to speak to that person who feels emotional about this. Not a person who just getting up here, just want to share and feel cool and stuff, whatever. I want to see some tears come out. Sunshine, pull somebody up.
She right there with you. We got the Queen Angela sitting right there with you.
Angela, what's up, Queen? Talk to me. Well, like I said, I want somebody emotional. You told me pick you. I want to hear what you got. What's going on, Queen? How you feeling?
I am blessed, but I am so annoyed with the fact of not being good enough for people. They look at you like I'm tainted, like I'm not able. Coach, I'm telling you, I hear all that you said. You hit home, but I'm telling you, oh my God, it's all through God. striving hard for me and my son. When you feel and people tell you and look at you like you're not good enough and you know that you've been blessed, people will come for you. They will come for you to make you and break you. And I'd be darned. I'd be darned if I'm going to let anybody else continue breaking me, because I'm going to press through. We have to uplift each other. Family, no family, friends, strangers to do better than your family. But I'm telling you, I'm going to make a legacy for me and my son. I don't want to be treated no more differently because of my blessings, because the call that God has put on me. And I'm to a point that I've had enough. Shake the check ain't helping. I try to do whatever that needs to be tried to done, and I'll be darned if the devil is going to keep taking my blessings away from me. I ain't doing it no more, Coach. I can't do it.
I got you, Queen. Look, everybody send some love in the chat if you haven't already. Angela, I want you to know this is a safe space. This is a space for healing. This is a space for therapy. This is a space for you to really see your greatest potential. Let's do an exercise. Are you open to doing an exercise with me?
Yes.
Because when I'm listening to you right now, right, there's some things that's been going on in your world that you haven't forgiven yourself for. And I need you to forgive yourself today. Because the way that life shows up to us is the way that we think about how life is. In other words, this is what we relate to. 99% of the way that our life shows up is what we think things are. So it's coming from the mind. Everything that we see, every challenge, everything that's here is coming from the mind. I want you to look into the camera and see yourself. And I want you to talk to Angela. How explicit can we get? Can we get explicit?
It could be so explicit till it hurt, till it breaks me, till it pull out, whatever, but it's more than pain to be treated so indifferently. And I'm willing to take whatever it is. And I have forgiven myself, but it's the pain, it's the hurt, it's the way you get looked at, it's the way people treat you, and you know that you are God's gift. You're God's child.
Absolutely.
And I'm willing to do whatever it needs to be done. But I just had a conversation battling with somebody 5 o'clock this morning about this same subject. And here it is, and God brought the message. And I tell you, I'll do whatever that it needs to be done with exercise. I'm with you, Coach. I'm telling you, but the pain hurts.
I got you. Let's get it. Because I want you to silence the suffering. I no longer want suffering to be something. I want you to be able to move through and get through what you're going through. You are the one that the ancestors have chosen. But you have to now take the mantle, take the crown. You have to take on the blessing. See, some of y'all may feel like you're facing so many big tests, right? Because guess what? The great ones will be tested the most. If you've been feeling like you've been tested, I want you to understand right now, you're about to be blessed. If you've been tested, I want you to put I'm blessed in the chat, right? Because the bigger the testing, the bigger the blessing. So are you ready to receive your blessings? The way to receive the blessings, you got to remove yourself from being in the way of what is being called upon you to do. Because anytime we feel what we call struggle, what it means is that we're out of alignment. So we have to get in alignment with our assignment, and we're going to feel flow. And the first thing I want you to do are these 3 things. First, I want you to look into the mirror, look into that camera right there. This is what we call a mirror challenge. You look into that camera and you speak to yourself as if yourself is another person, right? We don't want to say I to yourself. You want to speak to Angela as Angela was someone else. So what are you going to forgive yourself for doing to Angela? What have you done to Angela? And I want you to forgive yourself for that. So let's get it.
Angela is going to forgive herself.
No. This is how I want you to do it. I forgive myself for doing X, Y, Z to you, right? And the reason why I'm having you do this is because I'm going to have you do it a different way, and you're going to feel the difference between the two. So just go with that first. I'll forgive myself for X, Y, and Z that I have done to you, Angela. All right.
I forgive myself for being silenced and being stepped on and not speaking up for myself for Angela. And being on the back burner for so long.
Real quick. How does that make you feel?
I'm feeling relieving slowly but surely.
Okay, so now I want you to do it this way. What are you happy about for Angela? Like, I want you to talk to Angela and say, what are you happy about for Angela?
Angela perseveres and she is determined to do what needs to be done for life, in life and about for life.
So say, Angela, I'm happy for you because.
Angela, I am happy because you are determined and you don't give up in striving in life.
If we could relate in the chat, somebody put Yana in the chat, YA. We're getting ready to close up in a little bit. We're not gonna be able to get to everybody's hands, but we want to try to do as many people as possible before we move. The last thing I want you to do is make a commitment to Angela.
I commit and not ever giving up, and I'm going to go forward to do the best that I can do and be to become a legacy in this family.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, so I can be explicit, right? Yes. I didn't really feel that. And the reason why I didn't feel that, because you're kind of making it up, right? I don't want you to make it up. I want you to speak from the heart. And the thing is, look, I'm trained to hear these things, right? I'm trained to hear this. So this is not like I'm not just up here speaking just because I have a master's in communication. This is what I do on a daily basis. So I'm here to help you see difficulty differently. So this is what we must do. When you feel, you make it real. So I need you to really look at this in the moment and look at her. Don't look anywhere else. Look at her and make a commitment. Angela, I'm committing to you these things. I commit to you that I will do X, Y, Z.
Angela, I am committing to be the best that I can be. I am a go-getter. I am not stopping, and I'm going to do whatever it needs to be done in life. I promise you, and I commit to that, Angela.
Tell me how you feel, but first, before you do that, just breathe in deeply. Everybody breathe in deeply to your lungs at capacity, just release. How do you feel, Rachel?
Emotional and a lot of pain, but yet I'm relieving some other areas that need to be let go of.
Absolutely. And that's all of us. Everybody, look, you're meant to feel these emotions. Like we're all like plants, right? You ever seen a plant grow out of concrete, y'all? Like, and everybody send some love to Angela in the chat. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you, Queen, for coming up here. You're gonna like, you're gonna really and first of all, you got Cash App? Danielle, get a Cash App. Thank you for being vulnerable up here and sharing. We're gonna send you something, maybe some lunch on us, but we'll send you a nice little gift. So this is what I want. I want you to think about a plant. You ever seen like a flower grow out of concrete? Right? Think about it this way. The concrete is tough. It's strong. Like if you used to step on it hard enough, you could break your toe, right? But you see how a plant grows from concrete, right? Like first of all, when you cry, you water yourself, you're growing. So please don't be afraid to share your emotions, especially as a man. Because you've probably been told, yeah, real men don't cry. No, that's an illusion. That's an illusion. Crying is a natural state of being. What you don't want to do is stay in that state of being. And you don't want to cry for every little thing. But you allow yourself to cry because when you need to grow, you should water yourself just like that plant. When that plant is watered, right? I'm talking about that the plant is given sunlight. Literally, you cannot hide from your shine, right? Like for some reason, the plant is covered with darkness, right? Like the concrete is over top of the plant, covered in darkness. Somehow, some way, the light still finds a way down to the root, and the light start pushing that plant up or pulling that plant up, right? And when the plant starts getting pulled up, think about how strong you have to be to push through concrete. Think about how strong you got to be to push through concrete, y'all. Think about it. Think about how strong you are for pushing through the things that have been oppressing you, pushing through the things that have been stopping you. And guess what? At the same time of you being so strong, you're also still so delicate. It doesn't take much for a kid to just come over and pluck you right out that concrete. We cannot allow people to knock us off or take us out or pluck us away from what we've been growing, because guess what? It took so much effort for us to push through these things. It took so much effort for us to get through that concrete. It took so much effort for us to get through it and make it through, that we allow somebody's voice, somebody's words. We allow somebody's thoughts, somebody's opinions of us to stop us from getting to where we want to be. You got to give yourself permission to grow through anything that anybody throwing at you. Guess what? If they throwing shade at you, that's because you shine so brightly, they feel offended. You shine so brightly, they feel offended. But do not ever once let yourself be diminished because of somebody else. That used to be me. I used to dumb myself down all the time. Listen, I'm going to tell you, you're talking to a person who got hundreds grade point average in school. Like in 9th grade, I had a 65 grade point average, and that was because my mom was sick and I wasn't doing my work. I did not like school. I hated school. Who else here hated school? Let me know, be real. School, I hated school. I literally hated school. I was doing so well in school, but I wasn't ever reaching my potential. That's what they used to say at open school night. One time my dad came up and whipped me in front of everybody just because I wasn't acting the way that I should be acting, which is a high level individual. And this was in elementary, so this was 4th grade. Right, and I still remember that to this day. That's how impactful that was, because I wasn't being my full self. Some of you want the full results, but you don't want to be your full self. Some of you are getting knocked off because of what people say. And at the end of the day, it's all about this, y'all. It's all about you. Somebody say it's about me. The more that you fulfill than what you have in your heart as a person that you need to reach your potential, as long as you get there, everybody else around you is going to be taken care of. It's not about being selfish. Those are not the words. Language is not something that we want to play around with. Language creates the reality. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and we're going to close it out. I'm going to have Ramel come back up here just in case you want to make some announcements, because I do have some plays I want y'all to run, but I want y'all to understand this first. Language creates your reality. Your language produces what we call the thought. The thought produces a belief. The belief is whether you believe you can or you believe you can't. Either way, you're going to produce an action. The action then results in your life. Are we following? Are we following? Let me know. Your thoughts produce, your language produces these thoughts. These thoughts create these beliefs. These beliefs produce an action. And then the action creates some type of result, and the result is what we call your life. So if you look at your life and you don't see the life that you truly want, the first thing you must change is what? Put the answer in the chat. What's the first thing you must change? Language. Language. Your mindset is what you're setting your mind to. Like the GPS. Your mindset is the GPS to your success. So when you're on this road to success, understand you got to keep updating your GPS. Mindset is the number one thing. Personal to business development is crucial. You have to update your mind. When you update your phone, right, you get all these new gadgets. Like if you don't update your phone, what happens? Service becomes slow. You got interruptions when it comes to your apps not working, keep crashing on you. But when you update your phone, you feel good. You feel free. You got tons of storage. You feel ready to move. You feel like a brand new person. Update your mind so that way you can be a new person. Right? So the plays that we're going to give you, I want you to know that it's possible. And think about it. If you can't run this particular play, how about you partner with somebody, being that you know how to run the play, and then y'all break bread together, or y'all get some type of conversation together off the play. But don't just sit around and play yourself. Get in the game and make sure you become a player. Everybody say, put me in the game, coach. Everybody say, put me in the game, coach. Look, this is what I want y'all to do. I'm going to turn it over to my brother. Before I do that, I want y'all to let me know, was this call helpful for you in any way? I really wanted to put y'all into the space of checking to see if y'all did the work. But what I really wanted to do is say, okay, let me go with the flow today. because what if they need this? And I picked up on the side of us needing to be on the motivational side. So tomorrow, expect for us to make sure we hold you accountable to see if you did the work, okay? Just make sure we hold you accountable. So I'm giving you an extra day to get everything done from homework last night, and we're gonna give you some extra homework today. Where's Ramilla at? First time, is Ramilla here? Is Ramilla here? If this call was amazing, in the chat, let us know how amazing it was. If it was beautiful, let us know. This is what we're also gonna do. We're gonna give a cash app to the first person who takes a screenshot of this call and shares it on their Instagram stories, and then they comment with a summary, maybe 1 to 3 words of how they felt about this call. If you do that and you're the first person, we will reach out to you and let you know. If you don't hear from us, then you probably wasn't the first person. And also, I might share, if you got a good testimonial and you wasn't the first person, I just might share it on the stories anyway, so other people can see what you've been getting out of this as well. And that builds our community as well. So, Sunshine, come up, Queen.
I'm right here, King.
So for you, I just want to say thank you to you for making sure we facilitate that, and everybody, please drop some sunshine emojis in the chat. Drop the sun emojis in the chat for Sunshine. Appreciate you once again. I appreciate you, Queen. Ramel, what's up? You got Ramel on the screen? Yes, I see him. What's up, King? How we feeling, my brother?
You know, I'm blessed and highly favored. You know that. How you feeling?
I'm doing well. I want something from each and every one of you. Well, just you two up here. And summarize in 1 to 3 words, what was your thoughts on this accountability call? And first, let's go with Sunshine. Then we're gonna go with Ramel. And then Ramel, you take it over from there.
I bet.
Absolutely powerful. It was powerful. I love energy in here. I absolutely love the energy in here. And I love the way that everybody is choosing to connect, whether it's the high energy with the King Otha or the emotional energy with our Queen Angela. So the way that we are absolutely choosing to connect with each other as a family, because that's what this is, I absolutely love it. Y'all keep showing up for each other and yourselves.
Love it. I love it. I don't really have 2 or 3 words. All I have is really one word, and that one word is transformation. That's truly what this is about. And you know, this morning call, that's what we want to get you. We want to get you the transformation. The information is one thing. We're gonna give that to you. There's no shortage of the information. Like, do y'all agree? I feel like we get, like, just in day 1, the information was powerful. We still got tonight. You know, but we want transformation. And the only way you're going to get transformation is that execution in between, that execution of identifying what do you need to do to get better. That execution of identifying, oh, stop blaming everybody else for your problems. Like, this is on me. Everything in your life is on you. Once I realized that, things change. I was blaming everybody for my shit. That's just real fact. And we got to get out of that. So in order for us to truly get that transformation, this environment right here, having the accountability, having a space to practice, having this opportunity is really what gets us that transformation, y'all. So tonight, like I don't know if you heard, but I'm giving an extra 30 minutes. So the classes was supposed to start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we're going to start at 7:30. So I'm giving us an extra 30 minutes tonight and tomorrow, just to give y'all some extra value, because we have so many things that we want to do, and I want to make sure that I give everything that we can. And so 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, I want y'all to be in the room, and I want to see y'all move and shake. Like, I'm not seeing enough execution. I'm being honest with you, right? Like, and I don't know if it's a $31 investment or what, because when we don't pay attention. Like, $31 don't hurt enough. Like, if we do a conference like this virtual and we charge $5,000, and it's like, oh, that's too pricey. But we're not shortcutting the value because of the price. Do y'all feel in any way that we're shortcutting the value because it's a $31 investment? So don't shortcut yourself because you only invested $31. You want to treat this as if you invested $5,000, as if you invested $10,000. Treat it with the same energy. So I want to see y'all in that Facebook group. I want to see you going live. I want to see you taking action. I want to see more, because we can't just do what we've always been doing. It won't change unless you change, right? So I want to see more out of y'all. So what I want to do right now, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat, right? And this is this business funding checklist. I'm gonna drop 2 links in the chat. 2 links that I'm gonna do. Let me share my screen really quick. And this is gonna be part of your homework today. So you got the homework from last night, and then this is gonna be additional homework, but it's in support of what you did last night. So this business funding checklist, if you do not have it, I will drop it in the chat. I want you to accomplish one thing on here. If you didn't get nothing done, just get one thing done on this today. Let's move with some type of speed, urgency, have some production. If you need an LLC, anybody that don't have an LLC, you can click right here on this link, this hyperlink, and it'll take you to the link where you could actually get your LLC created. So if you don't have an LLC, get started with it now because you're missing out on a bunch of money. If you do have an LLC, right? If you don't have a bank account, get your bank account set up today. Get your address. Get something done on this checklist, right? If y'all understand that, I want y'all to put "got it" in the chat. If you can get something done on this checklist, if you haven't pulled your credit report, pull your credit report. I don't care what it is. Let's do something on this checklist. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, I want y'all to put "got it" in the chat. Let's put "got it" in the chat. So I'm gonna drop that link right there, right? So we're gonna get something done on that checklist. And I wanna see y'all go live into Facebook, not just post, because it's easy to post it. The entire concept is to challenge yourself to do something uncomfortable. So it's more comfortable for us to just go and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. No, let's put the camera up. Let's get ourselves out of our comfort zone. Let's actually start to do something that we haven't done so that we could put ourselves in a position that we haven't been in, right? So that's one thing that I'm gonna drop for y'all. The second thing that I wanna drop for y'all is right here is gonna be these personal credit cards. So if you got some decent credit, 680 or above, you can apply for the Truist credit card. The reason why I like this Truist card, and it pulls Equifax, but it's a soft pull. So if you do not get approved, they won't pull your credit. But if you apply and they see that you are pre-approved, then you can go apply and there'll be a hard inquiry. But you just pretty much check yourself out and see if you can get some money. Right. I want to get y'all some wins. Right. I told you, we want to make sure you get the most productivity in 3 days and you've done in 3 years. If you have a business that's set up, you want to go for the Chase card as well. Then the Marcus card is a business card, and this is no hard pull at all. So anybody can shoot for this, just that your business got to be open for 6 months. So this is why I say get the LLC, because if you just open an LLC and you have it sitting, you could go for a Marcus card if it's 6 months or more, and this is an easy $20,000 to $50,000. And then you have the Capital on Tap card as well. So I want you to get something done on that checklist, and I also want y'all to shoot y'all shot on at least one of these credit cards. One of these credit cards and go get y'all some money to start moving forward. All right? So I'm going to drop that link in the chat as well right here. And if we got it, put "got it" in the chat. If we got it, put "got it" in the chat. With the two business credit cards, the Capital on Tap and the GM Marcus card, it is no hard pull. So it's not into your credit. It's going to be a soft pull actually. So it's really about your business being set up the right way. So your business has to be set up the right way and compliant. All right. So I want y'all to go live. I want y'all to stay encouraged, stay inspired. Tonight, we're going to teach you how to become your own bank, right? We're going to break down life insurance, the different types of life insurance, the Mailbox Millionaires banking system. We're going to talk about how to pay off your debts. We want to put you in position. So once we do that, then we can talk about investing in self-storage, setting up trust, making sure you got the proper asset protection to really have a full blueprint. All right. So let's get it. If anybody have the link in the Telegram let me actually see. Sunshine, can you get the link to the Telegram and drop it in here? Or somebody, whoever got the link to the Telegram, drop it in here.
The second link, King, can you just double check that one? First
that one? Okay. The second link is not working. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna drop that in the Telegram. I actually have to make it public. So that's what I'll do. I'll put that in the Telegram. So don't worry. I'll put that in Telegram and I'll put that in Facebook once I make it available for the public. So I'll do that. And then that's pretty much it, y'all. That's pretty much it. So we're gonna get out of here. We'll see y'all tonight. I look forward to seeing what we got going on all throughout the day. I'm gonna unmute everybody. Oh, matter of fact, Coach, you got anything to share before we do this? Before we jump out of here?
No, I think we're all set. We're all set.
All right, bet. All right, bet. Say less.
Wait. Actually, no. Hold on, because I want to add something to it. This is what we're going to do too. Once again, it's going to be jam packed. So we got our group work session that we're going to be doing. Apolline, you got the group work session link? Come to the group work session if you need to get anything done. If you need to work on your business, either work on some of this task that we have for you here or some of this homework, come to the group work session. Immediately after the group work session at 2 p.m. Group work session starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Immediately after the group work session, we're going to have a networking family mixer. All right. So you come in at 2 p.m. after you do the work or whatever, you come in at 2 p.m. and you get to know the other family members inside of this group. Okay. So if that's clear, put clear in the chat. We jam packing you today. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Apolline, drop the link in the chat. The same link. The group work session is going to be the same link. So that link that you have there will be the same exact link for the family networking mixer. All right. We're good.
I bet y'all. Let's unmute. Let's go out with a bang. Let's have high energy, high income, and let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Everybody unmute. Let's make some noise.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Have a good day.
16 passengers.
All right, y'all be safe. Be safe. Be safe.
Let's get it.
I got business, credit, got some assets on the market from recession up to date. I got business, credit, estate. I just got some life insurance in the trust and family straight. I got business, credit, real estate. Got a contract and agreement with the signature in place. I got business, credit, real estate. I got some funding for the business with a lower interest rate. I got get your LLC. You gon' need an EIN. You get verified online. A few more steps, you be right in. Get your headset in the game. We gon' need you to buy in. Execution is the loophole with the strings that we tie in. Business bank account and the number for DMB. Passive income like them bills, cause right now I'm seeing 3. Making plays just like the playoffs, but this ain't on TNT. Then the knowledge is the source. You could get the season free. You go from renting to a mortgage. Woeford ain't no shortage. Build with your supporters. Multifamily or self-storage. I salute and I applaud it. If you learn the game and taught it, not that have you can't afford it. Dropping Jews and I just called them. I got business, credit, real estate. Got some assets on the market from recession up to date. I got business, credit, real estate. I just got some life insurance in the trust and family straight. I got business, credit, real estate. Got a contract and agreement with the signature in place. I got business, credit, real estate. I got some funding for the business with a lower interest rate. Forget about your past. Banks is giving out the bag. To stand on those investments, you gon' need to sit in class. It's a method to the madness. Navy Federal a classic. So much of a credit unions you could get a bag with. Swerving in the traffic, merge right in the platinum. Use one inquiry, 5 cards you can stack a strategy. I pay the fee, learn the game from A to Z. Business pays up ADP, cashback so it stay with me. Shopify, Stripe, wholesale and get right. Start a business overnight. You could take off like a flight. It's about that time. Salary to 99. Got a new course I've been trying. If I do this, I'll be fine. I got business, credit, real estate. Got some assets on the market from recession up to date. I got business, credit, real estate. I just got some life insurance in the trust and family straight. I got business, credit, real estate. Got a contract and agreement with the signature in place. I got business, credit, real estate. I got some funding for the business with a lower interest.